Now, a lot of people have been dunking on Kanye West this week because out of the 1,000 crazy things that he said, apparently this time he came after the wrong group. Now, even though I don't agree with what he said, nor am I here to defend him, it does in some ways kind of make his point. What I wanted to point out is that this is not the last you'll be seeing from Kanye West, and people have been laughing and poking fun at him that he's supposedly, allegedly, no longer a billionaire, according to Forbes or whoever, and of course we've known them to always be truthful and correct about things. But not only will this be a temporary setback in his financial picture, I predict that this will make him far more wealthy than he ever would have been. Because as he's been dropped from his record label, his relationship with Adidas, Nike, Foot Locker, and all these other companies, as well as his representation with the CAA and other relationships, all of these quick pullbacks and backing out of deals will simply make him free to distribute, license, produce, and sell all of his stuff himself, without any middleman, without any representation. Because whether people like it or not, people love a comeback story. And you have to admit that the guy is talented. He will be able to independently distribute his own clothing, his own designs, his own music, all without any middle person. And in a few months when the dust settles, it'll be a huge boom for him. All of those past items will become collector's items and worth more than the already tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars they're already worth. When John D. Rockefeller's Standard Oil Company was broken up under monopoly laws by the government, it turned out that the 34 individual enterprises that it was divided into proved to be more profitable than the single large company. As a result, as the largest shareholder, John D. Rockefeller became the richest person in modern history and one of the richest human beings to this day to ever walk the earth. One pair of Kanye West Yeezys was the single most expensive pair of sneakers to ever be sold at $1.8 million. This guy is only 45 years old. Whether people like him or not, art is art, and these pair of shoes that sold for $1.8 million will likely sell for 10 times that 5 years from now. Because the dust will settle and people will find somebody else to be angry at. Again, this doesn't dismiss what he said or whether you disagree with him, and again, I'm not here to defend it. That's not my fight to pick. That's not my person to defend. I predicted all those shoes will become collector's items, relics of a foregone era before the great depersoning, deplatforming, etc. And then all of his future designs, which he will likely be able to produce independently and distribute himself, will be worth far more, also becoming collector's items later on in life, especially because the previous value of all these other items. The same will go for his future shows, concerts, in-person events, and potential future fashion lines or home design, architecture, whatever. The same may happen for Parler or whatever other entity, technology, or otherwise that he chooses to be a part of or leave his influence on. But to think that you're dunking on him or piling on him by reposting videos or posts that say he's no longer a billionaire, this is a temporary setback in his financial position. And even if he's no longer a multi-billionaire or whatever it is, they don't know that. He may have lost a temporary deal, but I guarantee you this guy that has hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, still, no matter what, will be making far more money after this, even though he's currently under the very scrutinizing eye of the public. And then what I think will happen at the end of it all, other than what I've already said, is sooner or later somebody will realize that there's a bag to be secured. Somebody will realize that the potential money return and cash return of getting back involved with this dude will be more beneficial than the potential backlash that they could receive. Michael Vick famously got kicked out of the NFL for dogfighting, for doing what almost everybody unanimously agrees is disgusting. Yet eventually, a team decided to take him back. The dust settles, and people, like I said, love a comeback story. I guarantee you that Kanye will be back, and he will likely make more money than ever. And his influence will not change. And whether you like what he said or not, or whether you think that it's disgusting or whatever, and you choose not to be involved with him or invest in anything that he has to do or sell or represent, he has started a conversation, good, bad, or indifferent. Now, this is a dicey topic, and naturally it makes sense for people to hesitate on even touching the subject. But what I've been the most surprised about is all the same people that say people are entitled to say things that we disagree with, even if it's disgusting, even if it's wrong. They're entitled to say it. They're entitled to their First Amendment, and they've been defending people's speech when they generally agree with it. And again, even though I don't agree, and I'm going to reiterate that so many times, because naturally it's like, as you expect people to just come after you if you say something like this, which is in and of itself a problem. But people say disparaging things about other groups all the time. People say terrible things about white people on television, in the news, in the media, every day right now. The white cisgender male in America, for example, is the most widely, openly crucified type of person imaginable. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm not upset about it. And I'm not saying that people that fit in this class of people, this religion, this type, whatever, I'm not saying that those people should not be upset. But it is interesting that the free speech advocates are very on the side of anything that is not this particular group, or they defend everything else but not this. I agree, it's bad, it's not good, but it's just very interesting how that's all playing out. It certainly is an interesting discussion and real-time example of cancel culture, free speech, and rights, and all of those things playing out in real time. And Kanye is the one doing it. Now, again, I will reiterate that this is not a person or a specific act that I'm seeking to defend, nor am I even trying to get in a debate about this specific topic as it relates to Kanye, what he said, how people feel about it, how they should react, or whatever. The only reason that I made the video is because I wanted to point out that people think that they're dunking on him by suggesting he's not going to be a billionaire, but that I think that this event, whether people like it or not, will make him richer than he's ever been. So while people are temporarily laughing at what they think is this huge loss in his financial position and trying to make fun of him for it, just watch. That's it. That was my only point. Now, if people get angry at this video, it just goes to show, it's like you're making and setting a precedent that any topic can't be discussed. So just be wary of that. And I certainly hope that the way that I framed it will make it so that that doesn't happen in this case. Because I certainly have a tremendous amount of love and respect for all people of the earth, including Jewish people. I just hope that this situation, though challenging, is again another opportunity for us to learn how to talk to each other without canceling each other or getting upset or trying to get other people to be canceled as a result. Conversations are good. That's how we evolve and learn.